Real Madrid eyeing Barcelona's top target in a 130 million shocker. Barca's 58 million euro deal in jeopardy as Premier League giants circle. And Liverpool, they're all in on a 120 million euro wonder kid. All this and much more in today's issue. And you do not forget to put a like, click on the bell and subscribe. You done yet? Then we can get started. Manchester City are seriously considering triggering Dani Olmo's £51 million release clause at RB Leipzig. The Spanish midfielder has been on Pep Guardiola's radar for some time, and City are now tempted to make their move. Sources close to the situation say that despite injury concerns over Olmo, who has missed 68 games over the past 3 seasons due to various problems, City are still interested in moving him to the Etihad Stadium. It is expected that the payoff will be around £51 million, which could prove to be a bargain for a player of Olmo's caliber. Interestingly, Manchester City's interest in Olmo is not dependent on Kevin De Bruyne's future at the club. The Belgian star has entered the final year of his contract, and there is speculation surrounding his future, with reports suggesting Saudi Pro League clubs are hovering around him. However, even if De Bruyne stays, City are still exploring the possibility of signing the Leipzig playmaker. Olmo has been in impressive form at Euro 2024, scoring twice in 4 appearances and playing a crucial role in Spain's run to the semi-finals. His performances have only strengthened City's interest in securing his signature. It's worth noting that Manchester City were already holding internal discussions about Olmo before his standout displays at the Euros. Pep Guardiola is known to be a firm admirer of the 26-year-old, and the club's hierarchy believes he could offer a different dimension to their attacking play. In other news, both Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly open to activating the £60 million release clause in Crystal Palace midfielder Eberechi Eze's contract. The Englishman has been used off the bench by Gareth Southgate at Euro 2024, but his performances in the Premier League last season suggest he could make it as a starter for the Three Lions. As the transfer window progresses, it seems Manchester City are ready to make their move for Dani Olmo. The track leading the Spanish star to the Etihad is heating up, and it wouldn't be surprising to see a deal materialize in the coming weeks. Liverpool have held talks with Benfica over the potential signing of wonder kid João Neves. The 19-year-old midfielder has caught the eye of several top European clubs, with Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal and PSG all keen on securing his services. Neves has a release clause of €120 million in his current contract, which runs until 2028. However, interested parties would likely try to negotiate a lower price due to the player's age and experience. Benfica have been attempting to tie Neves down to a new contract with improved terms, but their efforts have so far been unsuccessful, hinting that the youngster may be exploring a move elsewhere. Liverpool see Neves as a potential long-term investment, with the belief that he can develop into an elite midfielder in the coming years. The Reds are in need of reinforcements in the middle of the park following the departure of Thiago Alcantara. Known for his defensive contributions, excellent positioning, tackling, ball interceptions and aerial presence, Neves has already shown that he possesses the qualities to succeed at a top-tier club. However, the €120 million release clause could prove to be a stumbling block for Liverpool, who will have to weigh up the risks and benefits of breaking the bank for the talented teenager. PSG also pose a significant threat to Liverpool's pursuit, with new manager Luis Enrique keen to unite Neves with his Portugal midfield partner in the French capital. As the transfer window progresses, it remains to be seen whether Liverpool will step up their efforts to sign Neves or explore alternative options in the market. Manchester City have joined Liverpool in the race to sign Newcastle United star Anthony Gordon. Sources tell me that City have registered their interest in landing the England international this summer. Pep Guardiola is keen to bring in a lethal forward who can provide a cutting edge, with doubts emerging over the futures of Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. Liverpool have held talks over a deal to sign Gordon, but Newcastle's high demands of around £100 million have so far put the Merseysiders off from pressing forward. The Reds appreciate the player's qualities, but feel the asking price is too steep at the moment. The Magpies view Gordon as untouchable this summer after managing to raise funds through the sales of Elliot Anderson to Nottingham Forest and Yankuba Minte to Brighton, helping them comply with financial fair play rules. Eddie Howe sees the 23-year-old as an integral part of his squad. Despite the interest, Liverpool sources indicate they are not prepared to meet Newcastle's valuation for the 23-year-old winger. The only window of opportunity for the Reds was during Newcastle's need for a fire sale before the June 30th deadline. Gordon, currently on international duty with England at Euro 2024, would welcome a move to Liverpool but is not unhappy at St James's Park. The player, who was released by the Merseyside club aged 11, has unfinished business at Anfield but remains committed to Newcastle. Newcastle are keen to retain their star man and could offer him a new lucrative deal to fend off potential suitors. Gordon's current contract runs until June 2026, but the Magpies are eager to secure his long-term future. It remains to be seen if Man City's interest could prompt a bidding war for Gordon, who enjoyed an impressive season with 12 goals and 11 assists. The winger's pace, technical ability and work rate make him an attractive prospect for both Guardiola and Liverpool boss Arne Slot. As things stand, Newcastle hold all the cards and are under no pressure to sell their prized asset. However, if either Man City or Liverpool decide to test the Magpies' resolve with a substantial bid, the situation could change rapidly. One thing is for certain, Anthony Gordon's future is set to be a hot topic in the coming weeks as the transfer window heats up. The England international's performances have caught the eye of the Premier League's elite, and a move to a top 6 club could be on the horizon. According to sources in Spain, Real Madrid are planning to make one final push to sign Bayern Munich left-back Alphonso Davies once the Copa America comes to an end. The 23-year-old Canadian has been a major target for Los Blancos this summer, but the club has been reluctant to pay a significant fee for a player who could join for free at the end of the coming season. Bayern Munich are reportedly seeking a fee of around €50 million to part ways with Davies, but Real Madrid feel that the price should be lower considering the left-back's clear desire to make the move to Spain. The La Liga giants have already signed Endrick and Kylian Mbappé, and they see Davies as the final piece to complete their perfect summer transfer window. However, Real Madrid are not in a rush to sign Davies, with Ferland Mendy and Fran Garcia already in Carlo Ancelotti's squad. They are prepared to wait 12 months to sign him on a free transfer, which has led to a stalemate in negotiations with Bayern. Bayern have tried to keep Davies by offering him an improved contract, but a positive conclusion has not been reached. Reports suggest that Bayern are prepared to keep Davies for the next year and let him leave for free, but they may reconsider and look to sell him while they still can. Real Madrid will wait until Davies returns from the Copa America before presenting their final ultimatum. They will then decide whether to try to sign him this summer or wait until he becomes a free agent next summer. Davies has been impressive for Canada at the Copa America, leading his team to the semi-finals, and Real Madrid will be keeping a close eye on his performances. If they can agree on a deal, Davies would be an excellent coup for Real Madrid, bringing his explosive pace and attacking flair to the Santiago Bernabeu. The Canadian international has already shown his quality in the Bundesliga, scoring 3 goals and grabbing 6 assists in 42 matches for Bayern last season. He is a solid tackler, can time his challenges well, and is not afraid to put his foot through the ball when needed. Davies is also a good dribbler with the ball and can create chances for his teammates from the left wing. With his peak years ahead of him, Davies could help Real Madrid compete for major honours over the next decade. Carlo Ancelotti would be wise to go all out to get Davies on board before the end of this transfer period. However, only time will tell whether Real Madrid can secure a deal for Davies this summer or if they will have to wait until next year to land their target. One thing is certain though, Davies is a top talent, and Los Blancos will be doing everything in their power to bring him to the Spanish capital. Barcelona face fierce competition from Chelsea, Liverpool and Bayern Munich in the race to sign Athletic Club star Nico Williams. The Spanish winger has emerged as Barcelona's top target following his explosive performances at Euro 2024. President Joan Laporta has already proclaimed that the club can afford the €58 million release clause despite FFP concerns, making Nico their most desired signing this summer. However, sources tell me that Premier League duo Chelsea and Liverpool, along with German giants Bayern Munich, are also closely monitoring Nico's situation. The 21-year-old's performances have caught the eye of several European heavyweights. While none of these clubs have made an official offer yet, their greater economic might could pose a significant challenge for Barcelona in the pursuit of the highly rated winger. The Catalans may struggle to compete financially with their rivals. Athletic Club ideally want to keep Nico and have him play in Europe alongside his brother Inaki Williams next season. But if the player pushes for a move, the Basque outfit will not negotiate a fee and will only refer to his release clause, as they are known for their tough stance on player departures. Barcelona do have an advantage in the race, as Nico reportedly wants to join the Blaugrana if he leaves Athletic Club. The winger has a good relationship with several Barça stars, including Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Balde, which could sway his decision. However, the Catalans will need to work hard to secure Nico's signature. They must return to the 1-1 rule to comply with FFP constraints and make a competitive financial offer to the player, which could be challenging given their stretched finances. Barcelona's economic situation remains a concern. There are also concerns surrounding Nico's agent, with reports suggesting the player has warned his representative not to do anything stupid amid talks with Barcelona. The club allegedly wanted to remove the agent from the operation, hinting at potential complications in negotiations. As the transfer window progresses, it remains to be seen if Barcelona can fend off competition from European giants and secure the signing of Nico Williams. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining the Spaniard's future, with the player's desire and the club's financial offerings likely to play a significant role. Barcelona's pursuit of Nico Williams is set to be one of the most intriguing transfer sagas of the summer, with multiple clubs vying for the winger's signature. The Catalans' need for reinforcements in the offensive unit makes this a priority signing, but they will have to navigate through various obstacles to get their man. Marseille are now in advanced talks to sign Mason Greenwood from Manchester United. The French club have reached an agreement with Man United for a permanent transfer, hijacking Lazio's bid. Manchester United and Marseille have agreed on a deal worth 34 million for Mason Greenwood. The package includes a €30 million fixed fee plus 4 million in add-ons. Man United have also inserted a 50% sell-on clause, with the option to buy further percentage points in the future. Despite interest from Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus and Napoli, Marseille are now leading the race for Greenwood. Lazio had made bids for the 22-year-old forward, but their president dismissed talks of a possible move after missing out on his signing last year. Marseille fans have expressed anger at the prospect of signing Greenwood due to the charges he previously faced, which were eventually dropped. However, coach Roberto De Zerbi has pledged to protect the forward as if he was his own son, vowing to defend him publicly. Greenwood spent last season on loan at Getafe, impressing with 8 goals and 6 assists in La Liga. Manchester United opted to loan him out due to fears of backlash from fans and staff if he returned to Old Trafford. The next step for the transfer to be completed is for Greenwood to agree on personal terms with Marseille. The French side, who finished 8th in Ligue 1 last season, are confident of securing the deal, having submitted a contract offer to the player. Roberto De Zerbi's vow to defend Greenwood publicly shows the coach's determination to bring the talented forward to the Stade Velodrome, despite the potential for fan protests. The Italian tactician considers his players as his own children and is ready to support Greenwood through thick and thin. As Manchester United look to move on from the Greenwood saga, Marseille appear to be in pole position to secure his signature. The Red Devils will be keen to finalise the deal and put the controversy behind them, while also ensuring a significant financial return for the England international. Real Madrid are becoming increasingly confident of winning the race for the 21-year-old German international signature in the summer of 2025. Despite strong interest from their fierce rivals Barcelona, Los Blancos believe they have the edge in this transfer battle. Wirtz has been nothing short of sensational for Leverkusen, playing a pivotal role in their historic Bundesliga and DFB Pokal double last season. The attacking midfielder scored an impressive 18 goals and provided 20 assists in 49 appearances across all competitions, showcasing his immense talent and potential. The young German also caught the eye at Euro 2024, scoring twice in 5 appearances for his country before they were knocked out by Spain in the quarter-finals. His performances on the international stage have only further enhanced his reputation as one of the most exciting young prospects in world football. Real Madrid's confidence in securing Wirtz's signature stems from their strong relationship with Leverkusen and their robust financial position. The Spanish giants believe they have the resources and the pull to convince the player to choose the Santiago Bernabeu as his next destination. However, Barcelona's interest in Wirtz cannot be ignored. The Catalan club have long admired the young German and see him as a dream signing for the future. Wirtz himself has previously expressed his childhood ambition of playing for Barcelona, adding an intriguing subplot to this transfer saga. Despite their admiration for Wirtz, there are doubts over whether Barcelona will be able to afford the hefty transfer fee that Leverkusen are likely to demand. With Transfermarkt valuing the player at around €130 million, it remains to be seen if the Blaugrana's financial situation will allow them to compete with Real Madrid in this regard. As things stand, Real Madrid are growing increasingly optimistic about their chances of landing Wirtz in 2025. The club's hierarchy believes they have everything in place to make this transfer a reality and are determined to beat Barcelona to one of the most sought-after young talents in world football. The race for Florian Wirtz's signature is sure to be one of the biggest stories in the transfer market over the coming months, and I will be keeping a close eye on any developments.